Hi guys, Tracy and Dax, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be highlighting my favorite show, Married at First Sight Australia. This is season 13, it's episode 29, so let's get into it. Philip and Stella stay out of the drama once again. They always kind of stay in their own bubble, and both notice Scott and Danny are overall the drama that Beck and Gia are bringing to the table. Philippe mentions that Scott's light has dimmed. I noticed it too. It breaks my heart. I saw it when it happened to Luke. I hate to see it happen again. These women are cray-cray, you guys. These two are withdrawn and disassociated from everybody, and they're tired of this I'm sorries. I'm tired of the I'm sorries too. It becomes redundant. It doesn't mean anything. It holds no merit. And nobody wants to hear it anymore. Gia has a bit of guy energy to her, I notice. She hates talking about her feelings, and Scott adores Gia, but it's bringing him down, all the drama, and she isn't going to change. This is who she is. If she can't find drama, she'll make it. Scott says he's going to address the drama with the experts and with the group, and Gia is going to become unglued. She's not going to like this, not one bit, coming from Scott, and he's gonna pay for it. He always does. Beck seems to feed Danny his feelings. I don't know if you've noticed, but she basically puts words into his mouth. It works too, believe it or not. Danny seems to be scared off from Beck's I love you moment, and he's become very withdrawn. During one of the challenges, Danny was asked if he will get there with Beck, and he says it's hard to tell. That's a hard no in my opinion. The commitment ceremony is upon us once again. The second to last one. I'm sad. Time to size up the relationship and see where everybody's at, and see if you can make it work in the real world. Homestays are next week. So this week is really important. Gia and Scott are up first. Gia was asked to explain why she walked out of the ceremony last week, which she knew was coming. She wasn't looking forward to it. And John tells the group the texts that came out were appalling. And John tells Beck her behavior was malicious. He doesn't even give her a chance to blame Gia in this situation. And I think that was very validating for Gia, because she felt like she was really on the chopping block last week, all by herself. John also calls out Gia, though. He says she weaponized the information that she received. And she did. She used it to take down Beck, but at somebody else's expense, Alyssa and David's, and they had nothing to do with the situation. Scott and Danny are really uncomfortable when they're talking about this, because they both know their women were in the wrong, and they're just so tired of the drama. Last week was tough for Gia and Scott. Scott didn't admit that the drama has got him down, but it's clear to everybody that it has. And Gia has really soft skin. She can't handle any criticism whatsoever, and she really lashes out when anybody gives her any kind of feedback that's not 100% positive. Scott always really tries to talk to Gia softly. Gia isn't the bright, happy person that Scott is. I see so much of Juliet and Gia, which is not a good thing. Boy, is Scott going to get an earful when he gets home. Scott is a really good balance for Gia, but it would be nice if she could be that for him. Scott is excited about homestays, and Gia's happy to be with Scott. Scott has really surprised me in this experiment. He's open for advice from the experts and his peers, and feedback week was great for Rachel and Steven as well. The experts were impressed with Steven's speech at the dinner party. He was really standing up for himself and for his girl. And he was kind to the group about the situation, but he set some boundaries about them meddling in his love life. And I thought that was great. And so did the experts. John points out that Steven and Rachel were a bit slow of a burn, which they were. I believe it takes time to build a foundation to a forever love, and that's what they were doing. This wasn't just an experiment to be on television for them. Rachel's so happy with Steven, she's giddy. Boy, are they cute. There's such a nice reprieve from the chaos. It's so nice to see. Chris's anger was intense as he explains the disagreement he and Sam had. Sam will be expected to make all the changes and all the sacrifices, and he's happy to do that, but Sam would also like to be part of the decisions and part of the conversation. All he was doing was pointing that out to Chris. Sam's withdrawn. He's been down for a while because of Chris's controlling behavior. So much changed in just 1 week. Sam brought up some concerns he had in a very gentle manner, and Chris's reaction seemed as if he took it as a rejection. That's what John pointed out. Everybody was really surprised at Chris's turn in emotions and his reaction to Sam. He's really such a nice guy. John tells Chris his anger came from hurt and fear, and probably has little to do with Sam and more to do with his past relationships, and it just triggered him and he took it out on Sam, and I believe that is exactly what happened. Chris is totally shut down and he says he wants to leave. This devastates Sam. Sam starts to cry. Chris didn't even reach over and comfort Sam, which was disgusting. I couldn't believe that. How could you be so in love a week before and just get so angry about one little comment that he made? This makes Sam wonder if Chris was ever even open to a relationship. He doesn't seem to be feeling anything towards Sam at all anymore. And Sam is completely shocked at this. He thought, how could we not work through this? It's just a little blurb. And clearly, Chris is madder than Sam thought. Well, when two people disagree on leaving or staying, they have to stay one more week. And I really don't think these two fit together at all. But Sam has got some feelings. I mean, they were intimate, and usually when you're intimate, feelings grow. And he's gutted. Let's see if Chris even stays, or if he even tries with Sam, or if he's mad that Sam wrote stay and he has to stay another week. I mean, who knows how this is going to go. Sam's always been really kind, no matter what. No matter how he's being treated or gaslit or iced out or whatever you want to call it. And Chris, not so much. You can see him with Gia talking about people. He's got a kind of nasty side to him. And they're very different. When they get up, clearly Chris is mad, but Sam just reaches over and gives him the most beautiful hug. This is Sam in a nutshell. And it works a little bit, but it's going to take more than that. I mean, Chris just has his wall up now, but if anybody could break that down, it's Sam. David and Alyssa are up, and they talk about the messages. Everyone is eager to get past the text. But it's not so easy for Alyssa and David. It was about them. It was nasty and it was mean and it was shared to everybody and on national television. I mean, how horrific and so undeserved. When David called Alyssa's mom a legend, I think I shed a tear. I mean, what a beautiful thing to say about someone's mom. This is a really good man, and I hope she can see it like the rest of us do. It's really a beautiful relationship. Alyssa challenges David and brings out the best in him, and that, my friends, is what a good relationship is all about. These are relationship goals. And I hope other people in the experiment are using them as a good example, not just being jealous of their relationship. Stella and Philippe are a perfect example of how the challenges can help bring a couple closer together. I mean, they were not doing well last week. Stella was scared and she was putting up her walls, and she listened to the experts. She took those walls right back down, let Philippe in because he's really so good for her. And she showed a much softer side of herself. Again, the side that Philippe has fallen in love with, because she feels safe and she realizes she was just too much in her head and reliving old past relationships and bad experiences. And she got triggered. It happens to all of us. The way Stella and Philippe look at each other is beautiful and everybody notices it. And she never lost the feelings. She just got scared and she tells everybody that's what happened. And the looks are back. It's cute to watch. Last up is Beck and Danny, and this should be interesting. Beck always says things are great, but I don't think Danny agrees, but he never says anything. He just lets her believe what she wants to believe. But I'm sure behind closed doors, conversations are quite different. When Danny was asked by Beck this week if he could see himself falling in love with her, his answer was rather dismissive. His answer was potentially yes. I assume so. Heartbreaking, to be honest. Kind of a turnoff. Women need an emotionally strong man, not Mr. Wishy-washy. John tells Danny it's a pretty black and white question. Is it though? I might disagree on that. You're asking somebody if they think they will fall in love with someone that they haven't fallen in love with yet. I mean, it hasn't happened yet. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's not black and white. A little in the gray area there, John. It's just an unfair question. Danny is actually pretty emotionally intelligent, but his struggle is real about being attracted to Beck or not. And I believe he's being honest. He doesn't know the answer to that question, or he's just not willing to divulge it yet. Maybe he's still hopeful. Gia is not the only one that's uncomfortable talking about her feelings. I think Danny might have her beat. He just gets red in the face. He gets fidgety. Oh, you just feel uncomfortable looking at him. What he's giving us is a show. And everybody knows it. The experts know it. The couples know it. We know that he's not into her. We know they're not going to last outside of the relationship. And he's just not willing to admit it. And that's okay. Now, Chris, on the other hand, is completely crawling out of his skin, sitting there. You know he's not listening to anything. All he's doing is thinking about how he wants to leave the show. And it's hard to concentrate on anything else when you're watching Chris. He's going to be the first one out the door when this session is over. And it wouldn't surprise me if he leaves the experiment. I'm excited for Homestays Week. I just can't wait. Thank goodness it's coming up today. So I'll be dropping another episode tomorrow. And you guys have a really good week. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.